Oh, yeah, it's like that video we just watched where, if I can start it here. That video we just watched with that, Paula Reed. That's a White House reporter reject. Because you look at some of those White House correspondent reporters, man, they're all blonde, and this and that, and really, pretty looking to get some attention.
Absolutely.
And she was definitely not in that category.
Just to
draw past the time or whatever. Sitting out there on the lawn or in front of the White House or freaking Trump's country club or wherever she was, talking about, well, Trump's going to sign all these executive orders to help the people, and I'm not even sure that's legal.
And that's the thing,
isn't that up to Congress? And it's like, well, who else was slinging out executive orders left and right, faster than Biden could sling billions of taxpayer dollars to oligarchs in the Ukraine?
Was
Obama.
Skin black?
Where was she when Obama was passing out that kind of stuff?
She was probably under the desk in the Oval Office.
Well, I mean, geez.
The thing is support your president. Mm-hmm. This is a guy that's trying to take care of the country. Whether it's Joe Biden, Donald Trump. Right now it's Donald Trump. Get behind him. Support him.
You just said it.
Why be so negative about all this stuff? Well, I don't think he can do that. Well, let's give the guy a chance. Let's see if he can do it. And if he does do it, let's applaud him. Yeah, instead of finding something to throw him under the bus.
They're trying to raise a question to him. Well, maybe we can stall this up in court like we tried to do with fake impeachment trials and all this other crap.
Yeah.
That they held up so many processes for so freaking long.
We're at a point in time in the world and life right now in this country that we need help. There's a lot of people that need help, and we need to do it, try and expedite it as best as we can, and not try and throw all these roadblocks in and, well, we need to ask this guy or this. He's going to make an executive decision. Then let's allow that. Let's trust him as our president.
Why has he got to make the executive decision, though?
Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. It's ridiculous.
These people we just watched some of that Trump video today of his press conference. What is it? The 8th of August. All right.
Right.
And about his coronavirus stimulus relief package.
Right.
That he was trying to work on with the Democrats.
Coronavirus stimulus relief package.
There's the key word that you got to think about when you're thinking about the whole thing. That's what it's all about, or supposed to be all about.
Supposed to be about.
How many pages?
1,762 is the last numbered page that he had mentioned.
And that wasn't all of it. It was like tons that they hadn't even read yet.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the points in there were ridiculous. So the Democrats are saying Trump won't sign the executive order, and that's all I see all over their Democratic TV and newspapers. He won't sign your stimulus bill. He wants to screw the people. He won't sign your stimulus bill.
Let me ask you this, Steve. Were there any points that he made as to why he won't sign that stimulus bill?
Oh, dear God. 10 minutes into it, it was like unbelievable. It's like...
Well, for example...
For example, what's the first thing he talked about? The very first point he talked about was bailout money. All the Democratic states want to bail out money for their cities. So remember when the governor or whatever of what was it, Portland or Minneapolis, St. Paul, they were asking for $500 million or whatever, right? Was that the number, $500 million from the government?
Correct.
Okay, they were denied. So now the Democrats stuffed this into the bill, but it doesn't only cover their state; it covers every Democratic state that got tore up, and provides, billions in relief to these states out of taxpayer dollars, which they know darn well everybody already got up and said, no, you fix it yourself.
Right.
You're the one who let this happen. You caused it. Don't be using our taxpayer dollars for it.
They have a budget for that, for stuff like that, emergency funds.
Oh no, these people have screwed themselves, because just like Blasio, please come back, when the top 5% of New York fled, people were fleeing California in droves, people are fleeing,
watching their money run away.
All the Democratic states all of a sudden are being vacated on a mass scale because of idiots that are little puppets in charge, that they know right from wrong, but they're doing the wrong thing because they're being told to.
Right.
Correct.
Correct.
And it's sick. So yeah, they wanted bailout for all of those states. That was an issue.
Another one that I think is absolutely ridiculous, and this is kind of going out of order, that, as we saw it, is the release of a bunch of convicted felons out of prisons.
Yeah, that was exactly it.
What does that have to do with coronavirus relief money?
No, I don't know. I really don't know. Do they have to free up all the prison funds to pay for the coronavirus relief? Is that
I sure hope not, because
So-
there are people, believe it
Yeah.
or not, that are in jail that belong in jail.
Yeah, and they want to release it said in mass,
Mass quantities.
felons of inmates from
Specifically felons.
felonious inmates. It's like, oh my goodness.
Which could kind of segue, and I don't mean to cut you off,
No.
into the next one, making sure that all illegal immigrants received stimulus money. Now, how many illegal immigrants are there in the penal system that are in jail,
Oh,
that have committed felonies, that are waiting perhaps extradition to their country, or a free plane ride or bus ride out of this country? We need to let those guys out of jail so that they can get their stimulus check in time. How and why are we doing this? Why are we making sure that someone that is in this country illegally, very likely not paying taxes, very likely, and I'm not saying all illegal immigrants are here doing bad stuff, but a lot of them are. Why are we going to include them in that bill? Why is that necessary?
because the Democrats also in this bill, the coronavirus stimulus relief bill, they want to allow those same illegal immigrants voting rights. Now, I think that goes kind of hand in hand.
I agree.
I mean, who do you think they'll vote for if the Democrats say they're their hero?
Right. Not Republican.
That's for sure.
That's for damn sure.
So-
Then there was another thing that the Democrats wanted to include in that coronavirus stimulus relief deal package, whatever, was all the stuff with the ballots.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Universal mail-in ballots. Ballot harvesting? Is that what it is? Ballot harvesting. That
believe
just
that's-
sounds sketchy.
Sounds
AF,
terrible,
I mean,
yeah.
that's just horrible right there.
Sounds like organ harvesting.
Yeah, I know, harvesting. Oh my goodness, ballot harvesting. What was it? Get rid of signature verifications?
Correct.
All 50 states. So no
That just opens up a can of worms right there for,
Yeah.
such a big opportunity for so much cheating and fraud.
Well, that's all it is. That's all it can.
Absolutely.
Anybody out there in any position of any importance, university, any brain, Stephen Hawking's not with us anymore, but hey, they can just tell me one thing good that would come about of erasing all requirements of voter verification.
I've thought about it since we first started talking about this about, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes ago, and I can't come up with one. Not even close to one.
Oh,
You're going to have these little, podunk counties in the middle of Kansas that have 10,000 residents. Not 10,000, let's just say there's 10,000 people of the legal voting age. And all of a sudden they're going to have 100,000 ballots turned in that county.
that's right.
Nothing fishy there, folks.
Yeah, probably got a lot of cemeteries around.
Correct. A lot of dead people will be voting.
Yeah.
But as Trump had put it in his speech, is they were trying to, did he say buy an election? Was that the word that he
Steal.
used? Steal an election.
That's the
correct.
only reason I could even think you'd want to do that for.
Absolutely. So you could put as many fraudulent ballots out there as possible.
Exactly. Yep.
You're going to have somebody printing off a bunch of
This
fraudulent fake ballots, and people are going to be filling them out and mailing them in
whole
for their
thing
grandpa that died 20 years ago.
exactly just screams stealing an election, screams desperation. But They they want so many of this. Then Trump, what did he want to give us? He wanted to give us what, $3,400 for every family of four.
Correct. Family of four.
Yeah, and they don't want that. They want all this crazy crap and then more, but they don't want that. It's
They're desperate to get all this nonsense into the coronavirus relief package that has nothing to do with any type of relief. The only relief it's giving Democrats is a chance in this upcoming election, and that's so unfair to the American people. The election's in November. We're in August. Let's deal with what we're dealing with right now. There's people that need help now.
well, that's why he's signing executive orders. Like Obama used to sling him off his desk left and right when the Republicans didn't agree with him. And all of a sudden Trump's being criticized. Like, well, where were these people criticizing all those executive orders being flung off of Obama's desk? You know, I mean. Then,
Again, stand behind your president, people. Yeah. This is ridiculous. I know there's a lot of verbiage that goes into something like this, relief package. But how many pages of this are unnecessary? How many days and hours and man hours have been wasted over something like, mass release of felons from jail?
Oh my goodness, mass release of illegal immigrants being detained.
Right. I mean, what they're wasting so much time. That's so many hours that they could have focused on something productive that has to do with helping Americans, that has to do with a relief package. I don't know. The only person that's given any relief to is the guy that's sitting in jail. Of course he wants out of jail. Of course he's going to agree to it. His family's going to agree to it. His or her family, I should say. I don't want to leave women.
You know who else would agree to it? China. They'd agree with that all the way, too.
Sure, absolutely. Why not? Yeah, it's just, there's so much stuff in there that has nothing to do with any type of relief and helping Americans out. But yet, the Democrats are being pretty persistent with it. And
a few of them. Few of these sketchy people.
1,700 pages so far. Yeah. And that ain't even all of it.
Oh my goodness, yeah, so what? So now all they do is hammer him. Well, I know he won't sign it. He won't sign it. He won't sign it. He's such a bad guy. He won't sign it. And people are asking why. Well, he won't sign it. Why? He won't sign it. Why? Because he won't
sign it.
It's like,
I think he's doing America a big favor by not signing it. He's not an idiot. He knows what he's doing. Give the man a chance.
Maybe before they expect it signed, they should let every American read it, especially let him highlight some sentences in those 1,700 pages and let every American see what they exactly have planned.
And I understand something like this. There's give and take, but at the end of the day, the focus needs to be on what the problem is. Letting people out of jail is not going to fix the problem. No. Allowing, signature verification on ballots, doing away with that, is not going to fix the problem. No. The problem is there's a lot of people that are still out of work, that are on the edge of losing their home, their apartment, their condo, whatever it may be. And that's scary. That is very scary, and people are desperate.
Yeah, sad fact of that is, at the end of this month, the eviction moratorium expired on the 1st of August. At the end of this month would have been the end of their rope to pay all of their mortgage and all of the back rent, to stay in their place. Right. And if Trump hadn't signed these executive orders, because the Democrats wouldn't give an inch on this ridiculous stuff in their bill, they would be losing all their homes,
right,
and their apartments. But he's going to sign an executive order to keep them in there.
Yeah.
Now, how many of these idiots are still going to vote for Biden after that?
There will be some. guaranteed. I mean, I think one thing that's important to, your home, that's where you're safe, that's where you're comfortable. And to lose that and have to, go live in your car or go live with, a friend, a family member, not everyone has that opportunity. Not everyone has that option. They're going to be living in their car with their children in a park. And, but boy, we got to let those felons out of jail.
And it'd be like 30% in your city across the board,
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's a huge number. And these cities who already think they're facing homeless problems.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
They're about to have a rude awakening.
Yeah.
If something isn't done about it. And
well, thank goodness he did.
Yeah.
I mean,
Trump stepped up, is doing something about it. So that's it's unfortunate that
it has to come to that,
that the Democrats are letting it come to that, and they're more worried about stuff, 6 months down the road.
And after watching that video, it's like, no wonder he didn't sign it. I mean, you can't sign something like that. It is ridiculous. And I don't see how the Democrats are even going to get a single vote, pulling stuff like this, except for hiding it from everyone else.
Right, and that's what they're trying to backdoor it in, sneak it in, and hoping that it's just overlooked. I mean, I don't know. I think it seems very selfish on their behalf. There's the first bill, it went through so nice. Everyone agreed on everything. I mean, even Trump, applauded the Democrats, saying, hey, right on for, getting together, putting our differences aside and doing what's best for the American people. And now all of a sudden that gives them a right to start throwing crap in, like, letting people out of jail, and, illegal immigrants, get, the same stimulus package that, we get. It's,
and voting rights.
Yeah.
No. I mean, so
no.
I would agree to it if, like, I could say go to another country and vote there too.
That'd be a great idea.
If I was illegal in another country and I could have a say in their elections.
Absolutely. I would make it my life's work to travel around and
reciprocity.
And vote in different countries' elections.
Yeah. You might see change.
I'll bring my backpack full of fraudulent ballots and turn them in.
Yeah, there you go. Ballot harvesting in other countries. Pack up get a backpack going,
Right, full of
participate in other elections, since they'll be allowed to participate here. Would I get like stimulus money and help from the government and get out of jail free cards in other countries?
Well, I think that's a great idea.
I mean, hey,
I think
if we're gonna do it for them, how about
right? Do I get that same favor when I'm over in Mexico or Russia or wherever? I think that let's just open it up to anybody can vote. I mean, if we're going to do what the Democrats want to do, let's just do that. Anybody can vote for this president. No matter Japan, North Korea, whatever.
Yeah.
Cast your ballots. Maybe what they could do to raise money is they can open up that. They can say anybody can vote, but it's going to cost you $20 to vote. And then they can take all that money that they're making from these ballots from China, France, Europe, Australia, wherever, and they can, help pay some stuff. That'd be a great idea.
Yeah, sounds like something old Bernie'd be into.
I don't know how many that they'd, how many people would be willing to pay that $20, because, there's a lot of places in this world that $20 right now is a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
$20 is in some parts of this world, $20 is a month's salary.
Yep.
I don't think those people that are making $20 a month are going to spend, any kind of money to vote for our president here in the U.S. But
some countries you give the citizens $20, they'll let you vaccinate their kids.
Right. It's a good idea. We're getting somewhere with this, Steve. It's just unfortunate that they're fighting, these people need help now.
Well, they're so desperate because the whole thing's unraveling, and I don't. It all goes back to. I mean, who's all this Democratic Party? How'd all this stuff start? And I'm telling you, man, it goes all the way back to Jizzy. And I'm starting to think maybe freaking Epstein was the puppet and she's the freaking mastermind, a big whole key behind this whole
I
thing.
believe you're absolutely
Because
right.
it's getting crazy between that and freaking Andrew. And what'd you say about Andrew's books missing?
The security logs were missing.
Andrew's
Yeah.
Prince?
Yep.
Prince Andrew, the diddlers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Security logs. They went back. There was a night in question. He said that, I was at a birthday party at this pizza place, and they were saying, no, you were at some nightclub with the girl that's accusing him, who was 17 at the time, I believe. And he says, oh no, I was at this birthday party, and someone had suggested, well, let's check the guards logs. And his private security guards, they keep logs every time the guy moves, goes to the bathroom, what have you. And they went back to the head guard said, I'll go grab him, I'll be right back. And 30 minutes later he called and said, oh yeah, I just threw those away last week. And they said, you did what? Oh yeah, I threw those away. Well, we don't throw those away. Who told you to throw them away? Oh, Andrew told me to throw them away. So,
oh boy,
that's pretty generic, and I may be wrong on some points of that, but that's pretty much it.
Well, come out, dude. Tell us exactly what's up with that, so we don't have to kind of speculate or read it anywhere. I mean, come on.
It's just for the last 200 years, every time a royal went to the bathroom or farted, it was logged, and all of a sudden this guy's being accused of something on a very specific date, and that whole day's logs were thrown away. Not suspicious.
Misplaced it. It's just misplaced. It's around there somewhere.
It was misplaced in the garbage.
He was reading it and trying to get his story straight, because he was, never at any of these things, never did any of this. So he personally probably pulled that book and, misplaced it while he was intending to give it to the FBI, to clear his name, and
he was just so frazzled he can't remember where he put it.
Fell behind his dresser. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's
correct.
Maybe he left it over at Epstein's place when he was there for 4 days. I don't know.
Right. He left it in the airplane.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or maybe it was on the island on the beach and it got wet.
Yeah, something.
So they had to throw it away.
Yep. Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah.
Probably used it to weigh down old Jean Luc Brunel's feet.
Or something, yeah. Well, you sure don't hear nothing about that guy.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, La Fantôme.
That's right.
Jean-Luc, you have got my probe in now.
Yeah. Doing.
Yeah, he just disappeared.
Still
no word on him.
Nothing.
Hey, at least we still got Jizzy, though.
We
Jizzy
sure
and
do.
Prince Andrew. Oh, man.
I don't think she's going anywhere anytime soon.
Oh, no. Jeez, yeah. 8,000 emails hacked. That seems to be disappearing fast.
Yeah.
I haven't kept up much on what's going on with all those released documents, but they sure seem to be trying to shut that the hell up.
I really haven't either, but it's still, there's a lot of information out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's there was another girl that came forward, real good looking girl. She came forward, and it had something to do with Epstein and Prince Andrew and her forced to being, do stuff. She was a massage there. She had just finished massage therapy school.
Ooh.
And that's where he seemed to find a lot of these young girls was. And these are girls that are, 17, 18, 19 at the time. I think you can get through massage therapy school pretty fast. So you get out of high school, you graduate high school on time, you're what, 17? I was 17. 18 years old, you go to a year of school, so you're 19 years old. But you're still being recruited and forced to do, sex slave type stuff. Not cool. not cool at all.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and old Jeffrey, the younger the better.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Oh boy, buddy.
Yeah, he was getting 12, 13, 14-year-old girls to rub his tired shoulders. What the fuck? Out of the blue.
Yeah, and then there was something on the. Sean Atwood had a special going on about Elaine, her stories, and sex toy stash or something.
Oh, nice. I have not seen that one.
Yeah, so we'll have to check that out here soon.
Sounds
That
good.
dude had a couple specials going on, even something on the Bill Gates vaccine agenda, tying it into Epstein and Jizzy. And
That's another good subject we'll have to get into.
yeah, 'cause, dear God, it's still Democratic. Look at the Clintons, man. What are they doing right now? Where have they been? Trying to hide low?
Yeah, they're laying way low.
Well, you know, we still been asking about Susan Rosenberg. BLM never explained that. No, I'm not seeing anything in the media.
Nothing
in the media. You know, nothing about their pedophile leaderships and terrorists on their fundraising boards, and you know, an even shadier company behind that one.
Yeah, boy, what a
and
mess
then
that is.
Kellogg donating to the Clintons and the Clinton Foundation, and then
The
you got
Clintons seem to be at the epicenter of a lot of this stuff.
Oh yeah, because then the Clintons, they're tied to Epstein, his island,
Right.
and his freaking plane and all. Clinton, I've never been on a plane. Wait, 27 times that we know of. I'm like,
that
no,
plane.
that plane. That's right. It was a different plane, but I was never at the island. Oh well, here's stuff showing you. Oh.
I did not have sex with that woman in the White House.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he was kind of telling the truth.
So then what? He releases a freaking convicted terrorist on his last day in office who happens to start working at Kellogg's Foundation there that's raising all this money for BLM. Then what? Now you got old Oprah Winfrey on Epstein's island. Is that not what I saw?
Good old Harpo.
Yeah. She's not one big racist cow. Oh my God.
Extremely racist. Extremely racist.
It's unbelievable how off the rails she's gone.
She's such a critic. She's I guess you could say she's a hypocrite.
Oh yeah.
I have never enjoyed her, what she's done, what she does. I think that for her to speak on stuff such as how to raise your kids, I'm not taking advice from somebody that doesn't have kids on how to raise my kids.
Well, yeah, that's a beautiful point right there. You know, I mean, not to mention freaking Oprah lost touch with reality years and years ago. Okay, once you've got billions of dollars, you no longer know the reality of the everyday American's plight. You don't have that kind of perspective anymore.
Right.
And it's so easy to preach from your stinking pulpit, you know.
Absolutely.
But it's been a long time since she's walked a mile in any of our freaking shoes.
Right.
You know.
She's got so much money, she pays people to walk her miles, so 3.2 billion is what she's worth.
Stick to entertaining people and stay out of the political spotlight.
Yeah, she has no business in politics. Yeah. None.
Neither do a lot of these Hollywood people either.
Right. They just think because they're Hollywood that they've, I've got a voice and I'm going to make it, I'm going to voice my opinion. And, people do listen to that. People do buy into that. I for one, do not. Hollywood is just as corrupt as Jeffrey Epstein was.
Oh, Harvey Weinstein.
There you go.
With Epstein, he was the first one that started bringing all this out.
Right.
And then they tried to shove that under the rug with old Alan Dershowitz's help there for a little bit. And that didn't last long because then old Epstein ended up going under the bus again and it all came out to light. And, geez, what was that? MX cult in Hollywood? Oh my goodness. And yeah,
I'm surprised that Harvey Weinstein, whatever, that he has not tried to kill himself or someone hasn't tried to kill him. Well, that guy was a predator big time, dude. Yeah. Big time.
And I'm just surprised that it was how weird how some of these celebrities kind of left the country at these points in times, and then these certain countries all of a sudden rampage and just bust all these pedophiles in their country in a short period of time, and all of a sudden these celebrities like, whoop, I'm going back to America again,
Right.
you know, and
America looks
then
good.
as soon as coronavirus hits and things start getting locked down, and go, oh, I'm out of here again. It's like
Make up your mind.
Make up your mind. Well,
But to have money to be able to do that is
yes.
something I'll probably never experience. Good for them, I guess. But a lot of fake in Hollywood, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Lots of fake. I mean, Hollywood is made up of, that's just it, make believe. These movies, they're, it's just someone's imagination they put on a screen.
Yep.
And that makes people rich and makes people famous.
Yeah, it does.
Good for them.
But yeah, they end up being drug into this stuff and finding out all kinds of things, and either they go along with it or they don't.
Right.
Yeah, but I think most of them have gone along with it.
Right. I mean, it's
now they're in too deep, and all of a sudden they're dead silent about this pedophile action.
Dead silent.
They scream about every other political and systemic issue you could possibly imagine across the globe.
Right.
But then all of a sudden somebody says pedophile. What? Oh, isn't there? I gotta go accept an award.
The blinds have been drawn.
Yeah.
Nobody's home.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, I've had friends comment on that the other day, like, oh, Hollywood's been very, very quiet. Outspoken Hollywood,
yeah,
loudmouth Hollywood has been very, very quiet these last, 3 to 4 weeks.
Wonder why.
Yeah. That to me is a sign of guilt.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But shortly, soon enough, we'll have a list of all those people. And we'll see who and why they've been so quiet.
Well, look at old Ellen. See, yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres.
That old TikTok video is starting to make a little more sense.
TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's another interesting.
Yeah. Her show got canceled.
Topic, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. A bunch of her production staff is in question. Yeah, so it's pretty rampant all over.
Bad, yeah. It's
Jizzy's the key.
It's almost as infectious as COVID-19.
Oh yeah, it's rampant.
Bad.
Beyond anything I ever thought.
Right. Oh yeah, this is way bigger than.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is it all ties together.
Yeah. We haven't even talked about that. Was it SRC image? Was it Tom Hanks post?
Oh yes.
He does all those missing gloves and missing
yes
articles of clothing, shoes, and gloves mainly.
Gloves, yeah. I do remember that.
One is probably with the person, and this and that. It could be a crime scene, and the things
Possibly.
It's like.
Thanks, OJ.
Thanks for the smooth operating tip.
How to get away with.
Oh dear Lord! So
one glove.
That's a little fishy. That makes me think one direction. But that was the one that had the SRC USA in it or whatever. When you search that up, all of a sudden what we was finding, was
right,
and that was pretty rampant. This seems a little too orchestrated or something,
It just doesn't seem real.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
But I believe it is very real.
Oh yeah.
I just can't believe that there's so many people that are out there that are like that, and they are. And some of your favorite movie stars, politicians, world leaders.
Oh yeah.
Some very people high up in the world, influencers, I guess they call them. That's boy, talk about leading a double life. During the day, you're a great person and you give money and you have charities and you do talks and you help kids, and at night you do a 180 and you
go in the backyard and sacrifice a chicken to Moloch.
That's right. Bok bok.
Wow.
Right. Complete 180.
No.
I just don't get that. If that's what money does to you, then you can
Well,
have mine.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, if it comes with wall art, like you got on old Podesta's wall, keep it.
Right. I don't care what it's worth. Keep it. I
Oh
don't want
yeah.
to be associated, affiliated, nothing. Accused of. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's some sick stuff there.
Yeah, definitely sick.
Little kids in their underwear. You come home and
So
see that hanging on the wall.
yeah, let's see Hollywood speak up on that one.
Right.
Yeah, let's see that.
Good luck. I think it'll be quiet for a while until names start dropping, and then I think the bodies will start hitting the floor.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It'll be interesting. I think we're in for a. We've got. It provides good content for us. All
Yeah, that's
this
for sure.
stuff that's going on, so I hope it continues, and I hope the drama gets worse and worse because
It's gonna.
I love talking about this stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's very enjoyable.
Ooh,
I mean, it's sick and it's sad what they're doing, but people are going to get busted and people are going to go to jail. People are going to kill themselves over this, and I'm very interested in that.
Oh yeah. So when it comes down to the end of that coronavirus stimulus relief bill, the only thing I can think of is for all these people who have been hating Trump the whole time,
Lots of them. Lots of people have don't agree with him, don't support him. But that $1,200 check shows up with his name on it. Perhaps if you're one of those people, you need to make sure that you don't cash that check.
give credit where credit is due.
Correct. Yeah, do us a favor. If you're so against Donald Trump and what he's trying to do for this country, when that check shows up, just tear it up. Don't go cash it. Because you don't want that money, do you?
Yeah, it's got his signature on it.
Yeah, you don't need that money. That's Donald Trump money.
Yeah.
He gave that to you. Trying to support you as a fellow American. Yeah. Way to go, Democrats.
Yeah. He had to do it through executive order. So there we go.
Right.
That's our 2 cents on that.
That's 3 cents.